Welcome to part 5 of 999. 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors, or some order like that. We are about to start on the first, or on, well, I guess, yeah, our first, group puzzle, which is door 4. So let's check that out. Matches. It's a box of matches. There are matches inside, obviously. Junpei looked down blankly at what he was holding, then up at June. Oh yeah, how's your fever? You feeling better now? Yes, I'm feeling fine. June certainly looked fine. Junpei held his hand on her forehead for a few seconds. It seemed her fever really had gone down. Are you worried about me? Yeah, I guess I am. June blushed and giggled. By the way, Jumpy? How did you end up here? What do you mean? I told you earlier, didn't I? There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You inhaled some white smoke and passed out. When you woke up, you were on D-deck. Yeah, that's it. But is that really the truth? What? Jumpy, are you hiding something from me? No! Why would I? Well, if you think about it, this is awfully suspicious. I mean, why would two childhood friends bump into each other in a place like this? Hey, I could ask you the same thing. Are you hiding something? What would I hide? Well, I don't know. Anything. I mean, you're hiding it. How would I know? You mean, the number of men I've dated? Junpei's heart stumbled over itself. Do you want to know? He had to admit he was a little curious. Don't worry. She smiled at him. Only 18. Times 0. Yeah, I guess I just haven't met Mr. Right yet. June looked a little bit embarrassed and scratched the back of her head in a desperate attempt to seem nonchalant. Junpei coughed quietly in much the same way. Anyway, I'm not hiding anything. Just like you, Jumpy. When I woke up, I was on D-deck. Well, you do have a point. I mean, why did Zero pick us? We haven't seen each other since elementary school. June nodded, and for a few moments she had the faraway look of someone in deep thought. Look for what connects the victims. That will lead you to the culprit. Do you remember Seven saying something like that? Yeah, I do. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this must all have something to do with a classmate of ours. You got any ideas who it might be? No, nothing. Huh. Well, if it had something to do with school, then it could be one of our teachers, or maybe the principal. Or the janitor, or the lunch lady. No, I can barely remember any of them. Yeah, I know. Junpei went back to searching, feeling unpleasant and confused. Elementary school. Elementary school. Was there anything strange that happened in elementary school? As he searched the room, he continued to rack his brain. Let's continue searching. It's a display case, but there's nothing behind the display, or being displayed. How sad. Looks like the drawers are empty too. Couch. Jumpy, what are you doing? We don't have time to be relaxing on a sofa. It's a round wooden table. It's a light blue blanket with some designs on it. Someone's made the bed, or at least never unmade it. There's only bed sheets under the blanket. Nothing exciting. Bed frame. Now we don't have to worry about falling off. I toss and turn when I sleep. She's blushing again. What the hell is she thinking about? Lol. Bed frame. Blanket. Okay. Wait! Look, there's 2 pillows right next to each other. Guess it's a double. Huh? Huh? Bah! Voice. Huh? What's up? You're turning red. Oh man, is her fever back? Hey, are you alright? You need to lay down for a minute? I'm fine. I think it's still a little early for that. Huh? Hey, seriously, are you really okay? 2 pillows next to each other. Okay. Picture. This isn't a painting. Is it a map? It looks like a map of the ship's interior. Oh, this is a great find. I think it'll be really useful. Let's take it with us. It is now possible to use the map screen. Map screen! The map screen can only be viewed during the story selections. It is entirely different in function from the bird's eye view mode. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which you will acquire over the course of the story. Touch down or menu to open the menu. If you touch X or map while in the menu, you will be taken to the map screen. While there, you can scroll around the floor plan with the control pad or the stylus. Touching the green parts of the floor plan will allow you to see the bird's eye view for that room. Junpei took one last look at the map and then folded it up and slid it back into his pocket. June looked up as he closed it. This ship is bigger than I thought. Yeah, it's probably about 900 feet long. Must be one of those fancy cruise ships. Of course, it doesn't really look like a cruise ship. Everything in here is really retro. Even if it is some sort of style choice, there was just too much. Do you remember what Zero said?
On April 14th, 1912, the famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into an iceberg. After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 minutes, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic.
Do you think maybe this boat and the Titanic have something to do with each other? That's a good point. I doubt he would have mentioned it if there weren't a reason. Junpei took a moment to look around the room. You think this boat is a replica of the Titanic? A replica? Yeah. You know, like a copy of the actual boat. Who on earth would make something like that? Fans? Crazy Titanic fans? No way! Do you even know how much money that would take? No idea. But they've all gotta do it. But all they've got to do is break even, you know? Break even? Yeah. They could use it as a cruise ship. Climb aboard a piece of history, sail around the world in the resurrected Titanic. Hell, with marketing like that, they'd probably have more customers than they'd know what to do with. Do you really think people would want to ride on a ship with such an ominous past? It's the site of the worst accident in history. Over 1,500 people died. Looks like you haven't heard of 9/11. That was horrible on my part, but anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if you get cursed just for going. A curse, huh? Jumpy, do you believe in that sort of thing? You know, curses and stuff? I do. Yeah, well, I guess so, to a certain extent. Junpei scratched his temple. What about you? Nah, I guess that's kind of a dumb question. Yes, I do believe in curses. In fact, I think it was a curse that sunk the Titanic. What? A curse sank the Titanic. The curse of the Egyptian mummy. Junpei couldn't understand how June had maintained a straight face to say that. Supposedly, the Titanic carried the mummy of the priestess Amon-Ra, which was stolen from a pyramid. And they say that the mummy had a history. Everyone involved with it died mysterious deaths. Come on, I'm sure you heard of it before. Those who open the coffin will be forever cursed. Haven't you ever heard that one? So you're saying the Titanic sunk because of the curse? That's right! June's eyes lit up with excitement, like a child with a new toy. That mummy, the priestess, supposedly she was special. What do you mean? Well, supposedly she was really pretty. Pretty? Yeah, but she was a mummy. That's right. She wasn't all shriveled up or rotten or anything. She looked just like she was alive. Oh, I get it. It's that thing... I don't remember the name, where your body turns into some kind of wax? If a dead body is put in the right sort of environment, the fat in it turns into something kind of like candle wax, right? And yes, saponification. But that's not what it was. Huh? That's not it. She wasn't wax. Then what is it? They say that she was frozen. What? Frozen? That's right. The whole body was frozen solid. You know how a human body is more than 60% water? Well, all of that water was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through when it got put on the Titanic. And even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted. June and Junpei talked a little bit more and then went back to their investigation. But even as they did, his mind went back to what she'd told him. Ice that wouldn't melt, even in the desert. Could such a thing really exist? No, even if it did, it wouldn't really be ice anymore, would it? The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. Like he'd eaten his ice cream too fast. Haha, ice, I get it. Anyway, it's a bottle with water in it. This is a bedroom. They probably have it here because your throat always feels dry when you wake up, you know? My throat's dry, but I think that's because I'm a little nervous right now. Well, we did run a lot, so we're kind of sweaty. Hey, Jumpy, did you want to take a shower together? Whoa! Just kidding. Too late to take it back. My brain's already working out the picture. My throat was dry already. This sure isn't helping. Giggity. A wooden cupboard. There are cups inside, surprising no one. It's light. Even if it's heavy, that's light. I think that's all in this area. Oh yeah, this desk type thing. Dresser key. A key. Do you think it's the key to the dresser? Maybe. There's nothing inside. Also, this is the mirror for the dresser. And now she's playing with her hair. Does she even realize she's doing that? Hey, we don't have time for that. Come on, it's not like there's anyone here you need to impress. Yes, there is. Who? What? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Ah, forget it, Jumpy. Smooth. The chair that goes with the dresser. There's nothing particularly interesting about it. Let us leave. That vase looks expensive. I wonder how much we could get for it. Are you gonna steal it? This is kind of a weird looking picture. You think it's an abstract painting or something? It looks kind of like a demon with an elephant nose, sucking on a human being's brain. Where the hell did that come from? What's her brain made of? I'd say I'd mind finding out a little bit more about what goes on in there. Door. That's the bathroom wall. There are square tiles all over it. The wall's covered with square tiles. They've all got geometric shapes on them. I seem like I'm pointlessly clicking around right now, but there's something that I'm looking for on here. Okay, they've all got geometric shapes on them. We get it. It's just a shower head. There's nothing special about it. There's a little blue platform protruding from the shower wall next to the knobs. It's for putting soap on. I used a shower once, so I know. That's the shower knob. Let's see if anything happens when we turn it. No water's coming out. Jumpy, do you think there might be something on the shower curtain? Well, maybe. You want to try closing it? There doesn't seem to be anything there. Yeah, you're right. Let's put this back. They've all got geometric shapes on them. Okay. Now let's check the toilet. There's nothing there. The tank's empty too. There isn't even any water in it. Shower curtains, huh? Let's try closing it. Bow, 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 bow. No. Feels dry too. That probably means no one's used it in a long time. Now I can see the full expanse of the shower curtain in all its waterproof glory. There's nothing. Suspicious. It's just a normal old shower curtain. A narrow shower, and I'm standing in it with June. This is awkward. Time to open the curtain. Yeah. Why don't we go back to the living room? Okay, let's go back. Jumpy, where are you going? I was thinking of going over to Lotus's room. Why? What do you mean, why? I'm just gonna go check up on them. Is there something wrong with that? Well, no. Come back soon. Sure thing. I'll leave the rest to you. Sure. Leave it to me. Alright, off to the other room. Now then. Find the thing I was looking for. This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. Okay, then I'm missing something. It looks like a valuable vase. Empty, though. There seems to be a room on the left side of the vase. A candle with a candlestick. This might come in handy. I don't have a good voice for her. It's a candle, Junpei. It's on an iron candlestick. It's a pretty big candle. If we light it, it'll probably get really bright. Hey, check this out. This is a pretty nice sofa. I know. It's a shame I can't take it back with me. Well, this is a display case. Check it out. These plates and shit look really expensive. Want to take a look? Come on, you stupid thing, open! It's locked? Yeah, it looks that way. Then we need to find the key that opens it. Let's try this. Damn, guess that's the wrong key. Well, that means there's gotta be another one somewhere around here. Otherwise, we aren't gonna be able to open this thing. Hey, Junpei, that room's pretty dark. Don't you have something that'll give us some light? Something that'll give us some light. I do! Fine with that. I know. If I use these matches to light the candle... Lit candlestick. So you lit the candle. I'm sure it'll be a light in dark places when all other lights go out. Awesome! With the light from this candle, maybe we can go take a look around over there. But it gets so hot when I hold it. I want to put it down. Well, why don't you set it on top of the dresser? It's flat there. At least it won't fall over. Oh yeah, good idea. Hey, it got pretty bright. Now we can look around a little. Curtain. A curtain, huh? Well, it's got all these metal rings, probably so you could hang it from something, you know? Yes, but it doesn't look like a normal curtain. The way it feels, I think it's probably waterproof, which would make this a shower curtain. A shower curtain, huh? Anything under the blanket? Nope, nothing suspicious here. 2 pillows in a pile. Oh. A pile of pillows. Is that supposed to be some kind of joke? Hey, calm down. Or calm down. Oh god, I should have read that. Anything under the blanket? A girl with burning red eyes stares back at me. Yeah! I'm just messing with you. There's nothing there. Lol. Huh? Hey, what the hell? It just got dark all of a sudden. Maybe the candle got blown out? We should go see. Too dark to search for anything. Poop. Well, anyway. Dresser key. Let's see if this... Yes! Yes, it worked! Plate. That's a strange design. Is it ceramic? It doesn't look like there's any puzzles in it. There's a candlestick covered in melted wax on the top of the dresser. Hey, what's this? The top of the candlestick looks kind of weird. You're right. It's all bumpy. Candlestick key. The part of the candlestick where the candle goes looks like a key. A key, huh? I think I ran into a lock I couldn't open earlier. Seems like a good time to use this now. Let's see if this candlestick key will do anything. Yes! It opened! Alright, pull that shit open! It's a pretty weird looking design. It looks like a Holstein pattern. I meant to open it. Now let's grab that shit. Hey, don't you think the pattern on that tile looks like something? Yeah, I think I saw it somewhere. Hey Junpei, you got a minute? Santa had shown up out of nowhere and gave Junpei no small start. Here, take this. Santa pulled something out of his pocket. It looked like a bookmark. It had a 4-leaf clover in it. What's this? I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it, anyway. Then why don't you hold on to it? Santa gave him a wry smile. You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Damn straight. And you hate these things? Yeah, you got a problem with that? Not really, but... Junpei tried to figure out how best to phrase what he wanted to say. What does a bookmark have to do with any of that? Santa scratched the back of his ear and looked awkward. We'll see. Each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay? And that meaning's pretty much those 4 words. It's like the flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So a leaf language, I guess. Yeah, you could call it... you could call them leaf words. Leaf words. Junpei looked at the bookmark. Hope, faith, love, and luck. So, yeah. I want you to take it, okay? Just touching it gives me the creeps. Take the damn thing, alright? Santa pretended to shiver with disgust and shoved the bookmark into Junpei's confused hands. Junpei, what do you want to do? I don't see why I can't. Decided to take it. After all, why shouldn't he? Alright, sure, I'll take it. He shoved the thing into his pocket and gave Santa a last confused look. Phew! Man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know? Do you really hate those 4 words that much? Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know? Hope, faith, love, even your destiny. What had happened to Santa, Junpei wondered. How had he become such a bitter person? For a moment they looked at each other. Well, that's not my only reason. What? That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover. I just can't bring myself to like the number 4. What? Or what? Worried about the 4 horsemen? Nah. Come on, man, that's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of thing scared the crap out of people, but this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy. Then why do you hate 4 so much? Because it's a half-assed number. Not the best or the worst, that's why. What? 9 is a way better number. So what if it's in last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number. Santa's explanation made no sense. Junpei was even more confused than before. You play? Play? What, you mean like play the stock market? Nah, that's not what I mean. Why the hell would you think that? I mean, yeah, I do stocks too, but... This last statement, more or less thrown away by Santa, caught Junpei very much by surprise. You? A stockbroker? Yeah. Got a problem with that? No, you just don't look the type. What Junpei didn't say, of course, was that he didn't think Santa looked smart enough to be a stockbroker. Man, that stuff's just like gambling, you know? All you gotta do is bet on the winning horse. Nothing that hot about it. You sure sound pretty confident. So, are you betting on winning horses? Of course I am. You remember a couple years back when the stock for Creative Pharmaceuticals shot up through the roof? Stacked a few bills over that, if I do say so myself. Uh-huh was all Junpei could think of. He'd never even heard of Cradle Pharmaceutical. Fortunately, he was saved quickly from further embarrassment. Hey! How long are you going to stand around wasting time? Stop screwing around! The voice screaming at them from the other room was unmistakably Lotus's. Junpei and Santa looked at each other. The lady has spoken. Santa sighed. We'd better get back to work before we really piss her off. I don't want her beating me up. And with that, Santa walked off, slowly. Hey, wait! We weren't done! He started after Santa, intending to catch him, but Lotus appeared from the next room, blocking his path. Her posture suggested that she was not about to let him pass. There was nothing for it. He'd lost. Okay. I'll get back to work, damn it. Her glare suggested any other choice would not have ended pleasantly for him. Junpei mumbled to himself under his breath and went back to his search. Now then, we have a shower curtain and 2 plates, which we can't use quite yet. It's probably fairly obvious where to use them. They've all got geometric shapes on them. There's a curtain rod running along the ceiling. Let's put that shower curtain on those hooks. Let's try spreading the curtains. Wait, oops. Wow, that's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with the whole this pig, you gotta wonder if maybe they wanted to be caught. So you're saying maybe the one getting spied on was into that shit? Maybe they were into, like, one of those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion? Interesting. Let's see. You two are real idiots, you know that? Lol. Let's try spreading the curtains. Okay, so it's some tile like that. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. Alright, from here I can see what the tile is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Might as well put it back. Not what I wanted. Now it's fairly obvious where we need to go. What's up? You going back already? Well, I can't just leave June there by herself. What do you think, you're her protector? You're her knight or her protector or something? You're creeping me out. Whatever, man. I'm going. This. Here it is. Yes, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails and... Yes! My very first time I played this game, I just randomly clicked it in that spot and got the tile. You're making me happy. The exit. Lotus and Santa are in the room on the other side. I'm gonna go check up on him. There's a tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put the tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. I obviously can't move this one because this one was obviously already in place. Okay. There we go. And last that. Yes! I did it! There. Picture complete. And there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? There's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Mars key. Whoa! This is one of those Mars symbols. The door at the end of the hallway. It has the same symbol engraved on the keyhole. Then that's gotta mean, yes, we can use this key to get through the door. Junpei messed around a bit with the key he had and looked blankly at the picture that slid down. What's the deal with this picture, anyway? I did not mean to do that. Santa had only been mumbling to himself, but it drew Lotus's attention. She looked at the picture and paused. I think I've seen this picture before. Where? In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory. I saw this picture in his book. What's this interesting theory? Morphogenetic field, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance. Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it's giving me a headache. Sam put his hands on his head as though he were in great pain. Lotus merely arched an eyebrow in his direction and continued. It's not a difficult concept to grasp. In essence, he states that the shapes of the living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible through the eye. What part of that isn't difficult exactly? Lotus did not look pleased. Alright, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism. Telepathy? Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it is close enough for a simple approximation. Santa suddenly burst into laughter. Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are, kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that. Yes, I agree. Lotus's response was surprisingly curt. Junpei had expected at least some conflict. I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I am in no position to defend or condemn anything it said. It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book. Lotus indicated the picture they'd all been looking at. After a moment, she walked up to the strange picture, examined it, and then spoke. Hey, what do you think this picture looks like? Santa answered first. What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something? It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it. What about you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you? I guess it looks like... Choices are a man's face, butterfly, a koi, a dog, a small boat floating in a lake, and Fanyarimpa, which I don't even remember what the fuck that is. I remember what the selection is, but I want to point it out before I go to it. The correct selection is D for dog, which is also the fourth selection, which would be D anyway. But, well, it'll point it out to us, so... Maybe a dog? See, you've got the head there, and these are the front paws. And these are the back paws. Junpei traced the black contours. There it is. I see it now. See? Ah, I see it. I guess you got a point. Santa, despite his constant aloofness, was clearly impressed. Junpei glanced over at Lotus. She looked stunned. How did you know? You're right. I didn't think you would have been able to guess that. For a brief moment, Junpei felt a swell of pride. So, now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us. Lotus nodded and began to speak. A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify initially, but once you figure out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else. The first picture was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent pictures to other parts of the world where British radio and television didn't reach. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects. All in all, there were roughly 1,000 people. Those 1,000 people were shown the two pictures and asked, "What does this picture look like to you?" The results, in and of themselves, were not terribly interesting. 2% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. 3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture. Then 2 days later, they broadcast a new show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it could be assumed that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture now totaled over 200,000 people. After another 2 days had passed, they gathered a number of research subjects from areas where British TV and radio did not exist. This time they were only able to find a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them were people who had participated in the first test. They were, however, given the same test and the same two pictures. The results were shocking. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test had yielded a 9.2% success rate. The change was not statistically significant. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percent of people able to successfully find the dog grew from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase. So, do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen the picture. But even so, it was the only success rate for the dog picture that went up. Why? How did that happen? What does it mean? Lotus looked back and forth, from Junpei to Santa and back again. Throat hurt. Anyway. Normally calm and collected, she looked now as though she were very nearly possessed, and there was something manic about her manner. Santa took an involuntary step backwards. Junpei didn't budge and stared straight back into Lotus's eyes. Does this have something to do with that field or whatever it was you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye? So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through that field. Psych! Her manner suddenly shifted, and Lotus smiled broadly at Junpei and Santa. She waved her hand dismissively, doing her best to laugh the whole confrontation off. Oh, I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously. Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen, but the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them. In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station, after all. At last, it seemed that Santa had gained control of his composure. Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me going there for a minute. I, really thought you were serious. Fuck. Accidentally moved the thing. Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience. Okay, right. Santa and Lotus laughed and gave one another jovial claps on the shoulder. Junpei, however, did not feel so much like laughing. Something felt wrong. Unclear. Alright, enough nonsense. We've got the key, let's get out of here. Hold on. There we go. Word. Lotus and Santa walked away from the picture, but Junpei stayed, staring at the picture of the dog. A field not visible to the naked eye. Morphogenetic field. The more he thought about it, the more his head hurt. And we finally have the means to leaving. Alright, let's go to the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys go ahead to the door. Okay. Roger that. We don't have any reason to go back there, Junpei. Come on. Hey, Jumpy, where are you going? Oh, I was gonna go get you. I know, Santa told me. Come on, let's go. Yes! It unlocked! Good job, Junpei. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Jumpy, let's go. Alright, let's go. You found it! My voice hurts, and I'll do the next one later, obviously. Save. And until the next time I feel like recording, which will hopefully not be too long. Peace.